Where is it? Wow, louder than usual. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Flyers Alley. Your host, Jesse Bell. Episode 91. We're getting there. We're getting to 100. Kind of weird.
92.
Is it 92? Does it say 92?
It says 92.
I don't even. It literally says 92. Whatever.
Where does it say 92?
Up at the top, right next to the duck.
What do you see? A duck?
He's not an admin.
No.
He doesn't see that stuff, I don't think. The
Get
StreamYard logo is a duck for some reason. Has nothing to do with name. Anyway, yes, what's going on, everybody? Rachel, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. I just want you guys to know I gave up my shower for you hooligans to go early. So I hope you all can smell me from here.
Wow. Yeah. I knew it was something.
Can you hit the Delco?
Delco!
So I rearranged my stuff, so now it's, I'm used to it, but get that water out of the way. All right, Anthony, how are you? How you doing? You doing around Boston?
Fresh as lettuce, as the kids like to say. It's sunny out, a little chilly, little wind, but hey, another week of Flyers hockey has gone past us.
Is that what we're gonna call it? Yeah, I got some stuff in here. I'm calling some people out again. I like that. I'm doing that because I just don't give. I just don't care anymore. We got someone in here. Brandon Paulus, the beauty.
Yeah, love Brandon.
Huh? What's that?
I love Brandon.
Everybody does. You gotta love this guy. What's going on, buddy? He says, "What's up, guys? Thanks for showing up." Yeah, we're gonna get into it after Wayde. What you got going on? I saw like the kid. How's the kid doing? Look like he's ready to burn
good.
the world down.
Yeah, he just woke up from another nap. I'm the only one that can get him to take 2 naps in the morning. The wife can't. He just fights.
Yeah, I control Kenzie. She's kind of like from hell. So like Lynn struggles with that. We were at oh my god. So I was burning the candle on both ends this weekend. Big 36 on Friday. Yeah. I mean, Rachel knows. Wayde will be in the press box on Friday. We will be in the penalty box, and I am not going to remember a goddamn thing. It's going to be an absolute shit show, and I love every bit of it. Vince keeps telling me we're going live on for Delco Dive, and I clearly stated that we're going, on Friday, the last Friday of every month, but he just keeps insisting that we're going on Thursday, Friday. But Scott Hughes, what is going on? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Yep, you too, there, bro. He had a key lime pie beer from Neshaminy Creek. That was pretty good. We'll be getting into that on Delco Dive, I guess, on Friday. I just wanted to enjoy myself Friday. I guess I'm doing shows. Didn't want to, but anyway, fuck myself. We went to this place yesterday. It was a church. So right off the bat, I was fucking sweating my ass off. Literal. It was absolute chaos. Our kids were just ripping through this place. And I was like about to have a panic attack. It was a gospel kids outreach for some weird shit. I don't know, man. I fucking hate church. I hate everything that comes with it. I don't like any of those people. I don't believe anything they have to say. Don't like to get in religion, but kindly go fuck yourselves. What was that? No.
Fucking God trying to smite you.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Charlotte was up there dancing. She was ripping. What was it? Cutting carpet. Is that what it was? But
cutting the rug.
Cutting the rug. That one. Something with carpets and upholstery. It was a good weekend. Got into some Yingling lights last night. Way too many of them. I remember there being a 24 pack here. Now it's full of empty. So anyway, let's get into finale talk. Alley Talk's brought to you by Fanatics. Go to link in the description and click on that bad boy. Oh, there's Charlotte Ryan Bell. click on the link in the description and use promo code ZipSave for that's not free shipping, but I forgot to put that in there. It's 65% off site wide, and go help us out for that. We're gonna jump right into here. Flyers lose to the Stars 5-1. We'll go through the box score here. No one scored until the second period. Flyers. Travis Konechny scored, assisted by Kevin Hayes, your boy, and Owen Tippett. Then the third, nothing happened. They lit our asses on fire that game. I don't remember who was in goal for that game. Was it Hart?
No, Sandstrom.
They put Sandstrom in the game against.
That's right, because I remember you and I were texting Jesse about it.
Bad move. That's a bad move. Can I help you? What are you doing, you big goof? Yeah. So this game, I'll go around the horn. Wade, what do you got for this absolute shellacking?
You said it. We got fucking smacked.
What are you eating?
Eating beef
Candy
jerky.
cake. Changed it up this week. Had to give the jaw a rest. 3 weeks straight. 3 weeks straight of beef jerky. Kind of does a number on the gums.
I always get stuck in my wisdom teeth,
Yep.
and it's just like, and it hurts like so bad. But I can't help myself. Rachel, you were there.
Yeah.
You were our insider. What do you got?
First off, it figures the game I go to, Sandstrom's in net. We all know how I feel about him, so that sucked. But dude, it was awful. It was embarrassing. I mean, they played terrible. It was a shit show.
Yeah, it's never. I mean, imagine how I felt last year with up in the press box. I didn't even want to be there. Like, I didn't want to be there at all. I'm up there, like, those guys get pissed. Like, they get mad up there, and I'm just like, I'm gonna hit the pro store and get my kids some stuff, and I'm out of here. You want to just say hi? I mean, I don't know what you're doing there. You're a weirdo.
Trying to take over the show.
She is. Anthony.
I think, Jesse, I think your daughter's trying to make the signal of what we've all been saying about Sandstrom. You got this thing on your hand. It's called the glove. You might want to try to use it once in a while. I mean, I've told you last year, we argued about this. He's an AHL goalie. You want to do the AHL, go on your own time, go in the minors, go find somebody that's a capable NHL backup to get Hart some rest. I was just disgusted. I completely forgot about the Stars game until we were talking at the beginning of the show. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I forgot because it was nothing. The only memorable thing, didn't they wear the pants in the warm-ups? Was that the game or no? Either way,
No.
it was a forgettable game, except that Sandstrom just go back down to Lehigh and just play down there, and Philly needs a legitimate backup goaltender.
Yeah, we kind of got into that a little bit last week about the backup goaltending situation. My thoughts were and I'm gonna get into it because watch yourself, good. Watch your feet. Yeah, good. Don't wake your sister up.
It sucks that I said that they were going to win to break up his losing streak. But as soon as Ottinger was in net, I knew it was going to be a no-go.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything you said because the
It's
pickle
cool.
was talking.
Not important. Not important.
Yeah. It's crazy because we were beating good teams, but then that turned everything around. Vince Decor checks in. He keeps the opening of his glove towards his chest the whole time. He's just not the guy. And my thing with last week was, Anthony, you weren't with us, but we appreciate the recordings. Especially when you could just drop a bomb and roll and no one says anything to you. That's a good tactic.
Which one?
Which one?
I forgot. I don't even know. The whole last week's was just an absolute, Yeah, I think they should package up Felix Sandstrom and what's his name, Morgan Frost, to send him to Tampa Bay to get Brian Elliott back. But there's the only other guy that I would want would be Jonathan Bernier, and he's been hurt all season. So I mean, there's just no one else to get. I mean, everybody's hanging on to their goalies.
Well, you and I had talked about backup goalie names The one I mentioned, I was like, dude, it's so desperate. I'd take Mrazek back. Meanwhile, he's giving up a freaking 6-pack to the Bruins last night, so I'm going to take the L on that one.
Hey, really?
Yeah, he got lit up in those disgusting Chicago reverse retros.
Dude, the Bruins are on a tear, man, and I don't know. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow because I'll be doing the new center ice show, and I'm just fraud watch is gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, that game was bad. I really hoped that we won that one just for the simple fact of lighten the getting the team to get on some kind of a consistency here, and yeah.
Well, it would have been a good measuring stick. Dallas is a solid team out west. You could have really saw if you can really take the Flyers for real. They had that early win in the season against Tampa down in Tampa, and then they come out and just lay an egg at home. I know with Sandstrom and that, but it's like you wanted to see something from all three phases of the game, and you really didn't.
I also think, I mean, the problem is now it's just and I was just talking to our guy, I think it was Frank Raider on Twitter today, and just kind of stating that if Torts, and I don't think Torts cares, he did state in post game last night that he's got a list of guys that are just not going to be here next year. So I don't think he really cares. I don't think he cares about losses. I think obviously in the moment when he's on the bench, he cares, but he's definitely going to be trimming some fat off this team next year. And I think I could kind of probably give a list if I thought about it of those people that aren't going to be here. Wait, where's your phone at?
Over there.
Jesus Christ! My God. All right, did we
Is it staticky?
Yeah. Real bad. Is it me?
Just the way he was sitting and with the accent
over that way now.
over there.
Might not be that. Yeah, it's better now. Anyway, so let's jump into this one, and I think this one stung the most was the 5-4 loss in overtime versus Columbus. Right. Let's see. We got Hayes scored in the second, assisted by Konechny and Lawton. Noah Cates scored assisted by McEwen and Owen Tippett. Just saying, that's my boy. Nick Sealer comes out and assisted by Frost and Farabee, and TK scored assisted by Noah Cates and Kevin Hayes. But like, we just can't win. I have a real big issue with Carter Hart right now, like a real big issue with Carter Hart, and I'll get into it because it's going to be in the the woodshed. But you got to win these games. Like I don't understand. Like you can't. And I was also kind of not really arguing with this. I think it's Maria Frederico or something on Twitter. She's saying Chuck Fletcher. We get it, but like the players have to play. Like they have to. Chuck Fletcher's not on the ice now. If Chuck Fletcher, and I'm not defending him, but like taking a page out of Wade's Devil's Advocate book. If Coots now Lawton is looking like he's going to be out. Allison, a lot of Cam Atkinson, Ryan Ellis, all these guys that are hurt right now, these are guys that really move the needle. So, I mean, you got to pick a side here. Either you're going to continue to torch Chuck Fletcher and say it's his fault, or come to the realization that there's some substantial, players that are out. I mean, I'll get into the Cam Atkinson mystery as well. I mean, that is just an absolute. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but yeah, getting back to this. Sorry, I got off the rails there for a minute. We'll go to Rachel. What do you think about this loss? The Blue Jackets.
Yeah, this one kind of hurt. It sucked that we kind of came back from behind just to lose it in overtime. Like to get your hopes up, just to crush them. So that was disappointing to watch.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Anthony, get to you.
Yeah, this game pissed me off on the sheer fact of you saw once again the inconsistencies from Carter Hart. I mean, you needed a big save and a couple moments in that game. He couldn't do it. And I know we're going to talk about the next game in a little while. But the Bruins game, the very two first periods, you saw him battle his ass off. It's like, why can't he consistently play like that? Like, if he wants to be in that top tier of goalies someday, we need to see a more consistent effort. That's what pissed me off the most about the Columbus game.
Wait, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about what you're gonna do. Here.
I mean-
Usually when two people agree, it's just like
for the few people that are keep saying fire, Fletcher and all this and that, but it seems like we did kind of dodge a big bullet with not getting Johnny Hockey. Yeah, he's putting up points, but they're solo points. They're not like a team driven point getter. Yeah, I think what did he put up 2 on us?
That's a good point, actually. Not during this game. Not during that
Not
game.
this game?
First
Okay.
game, he scored within like minutes.
Right. But just seems like Columbus knew the way that Tortorella was going to play. They kind of just gave it to us.
Yeah, and the thing that bothers me is the fact that both of their goalies were in like the mid 800s. Like neither one of them were lighting the world on fire. And then I think it was Mers Lincolns goes down, and then Corpusella comes back in, which he did not have a good year last year. He was 0-1 and 0 this year. Comes in and just completely. I mean, it's not like we lost in overtime, but it's just these are bad goalies. Like they're a bad team. Like they are a bad team. And I mean, if you want to hear how bad they are, go listen to John Scott. But it's these bad teams are. I don't know if it's just league wide inconsistency or what's going on here, but like there's no reason why the Columbus Blue Jackets should have beat us both times. So I mean, I don't think they're going to.
You go in there soft. You don't go in there with the hungry mentality. I mean, you saw like some of our defensemen just barely even laid the body on anybody. I mean, sure, we had Delorier, McEwen, and at the time Lawton was banging bodies. Same with Noah Cates, but that's not defense. That's all of us doing forechecking, and it barely even seemed. Yeah,
Don't say that F word, dude. Don't you do that?
Gonna stir it up a little bit.
Got kicked in the face again for that fucking word. Give it to him. What a warrior, dude.
It just and show up to work the next day. I would like
I
fuck
could have
you.
been gone for a fucking year, dude. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean that's a good. It was actually. I think someone did lay out Johnny Hockey though, which is nice because
Kovrov right inside the blue line.
Yeah, and you got to see that. I think everyone should die, but then we get it. Let's move on. Yeah, I can't talk. The Johnny Hockey thing, like Wade said, it's absolute. We dodged a bullet because he's not doing anything. And now look, it looks like he can't really. I mean, he scored against us. Big deal. We're in a rebuild or whatever.
He's
whatever.
doing solo points. He's
Right.
padding his stats.
He also, Voracek's out too on concussion protocol. So like, he doesn't have that guy with him either. But their team is set up with a bunch of nobodies, just like we are. So it's kind of it's very even. Just like last night's game was very even. So like, I mean, talent wise, or just being lost out there wise. But when you move on to this game, Anthony was at this game. Guys, stop going to the game.
It's the only time I've ever left the sporting event early.
So the Flyers get absolutely blown out of the water by the Boston Bruins. So we got one goal from Owen Tippett, which, I got to give it to that kid. He's starting to really, he's a big dude. He's
He's
white as hell. He is white as hell. He's so pale. It's unreal. I mean, I know about being I get it. Yeah, so are you, but you're not pale. You pale? He's
No,
like Joe
I'm a mutt. He's a pure ginger. I'm a mutt.
So you got I'm not gonna say that, but Owen Tippett scored in the third, but they just went on a tear in the third period. Jake DeBrusk, Krejci, and their goalies aren't like world beaters either. Like Olmark was remember last year, Wade, he was my black horse for the Flyers. I wrote an article on that thing, like on that guy.
But new year, new little setup because the Boston Bruins went with a new coaching change, and it just shows you if you have a team that actually plays team defense, a shitty goalie can look good.
It's not even that he's a shitty goalie. He just hasn't really proved himself too much. Like
He's a shitty
Swayman.
goalie.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, you said okay. Swayman is he's not really all that proven either. I mean, it's just weird. The Flyers are losing to I get this loss though. Like this makes sense because the Bruins are out of control right now. I don't really know who the hell is going to stop them. Really, I mean, man,
Anaheim.
better not. See, Anthony, you left early.
Yeah, so all right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the Flyers played a solid period and a half to start that game. I know they gave up the 1 goal to Nosek, but the third period, that's when things kind of fell off. The wheels fell off the wagon, as people like to say. I thought Carter Hart battled his ass off for the most part. I mean, the Bruins, they get a ton of power play opportunities year in and year out. And when you play with fire, you're going to get burned. I think it was, 2 power play goals they scored against Philadelphia that night. The one goal that really pissed me off was, I think it was Krejci's first goal, where Provorov is like bodying somebody going towards the net. It's a one-on-one play, and he swats the puck away, but it goes to the slot. And the first guy there is a Bruin, and he scores on it. It's like, where's his defense partner? Where's his help right there? I mean, Provorov played the play correctly, breaks it up, and no Flyer is back playing, as Wayde likes to say, team defense, and it results in a goal for the Bruins. It was 3-1 at that 6-minute TV timeout in the third period, and I was with a group of people, and one of them said, "Do you want to go now?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe they get a lucky bounce, bring it within 1, and then tie the game late. Come back from a TV timeout, Bruins score on the power play," and I said, "I'm done. I am leaving. I am heading to the exits early." But again, my takeaway from it, they played a good period and a half, especially Carter Hart, and then it kind of fell apart. So we'll see what they have to build up from there, and we can get into Carter Hart later. But they just have no scoring talent. They don't have a guy that you can bank on 25 to 30 every year. I've been disappointed with Joel Farabee pretty much all season. I know he's coming back from a risky surgery and stuff, but I know he's got a couple of assists. I need to see him score more. He's a guy that in this league got a contract pretty early in his career, had the 20 goals in that 56-game season, but he's got to start scoring more for them to have some games where, like in Columbus, they could have won that game, or last night. They need more production from a guy like him.
Oh, Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, out of this entire thing, it makes sense for them to lose against the Stars and the Bruins, but you want to beat the Bruins. That's all I'm saying. Wade,
every time.
What do you got, Wade?
Yeah. I fucking hate Boston.
He does. That's why I mean, sometimes our final thought is, fuck Boston.
I mean, it dated back from when Ronaldo got traded up there and they wouldn't let him serve his suspension so the man can get paid. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, Rachel, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with Wade on this one. I hate the Bruins. I hate them with a passion. I have a little family rivalry, whatever, with them. And it sucks. I said it last week. They were going to crush us, and they did. And yeah, not cool.
I'm going to stand by. Actually, my prediction of the year has already been ruined by Columbus, saying that the teams that beat us are not going to beat us twice when that happened. But I'll still stay there. We'll figure it out. Something will happen.
yeah.
And then we got last night's game, lost to the Canadiens 5-4 in a shootout. Now, Carter Hart has got to make a save here. Like this why can't he make a save? Can't make a save in a breakaway, and can't make a save in a shootout. Like he did make some saves in the shootout, but it's just like, dude, this is like one of the worst teams in the league. Like. And I know it's like a broken record, like you got to beat these teams, but like Jake Allen is not a good goalie. Like he is not a good goalie. Kirby Doc is kind of like a bust almost, in my opinion, at this point. Like he was supposed to come light the world on fire, never did, and now he's there. Cole Caulfield looks like a Pez dispenser. I fucking hate that kid. His mouth just opens way too wide. It's just someone needs to just smash that kid against the boards. I did like, and it is my top titty, the fact that Arbor Jacquet got his mouth shut because that kid, I was waiting for him. I was waiting for that to happen. and Nick Deloria did that. We'll get into that later. But yeah, you can't lose this game, and a lot of what I would say has to do with Carter Hart. And I'll wait till the woodshed for that. But we'll go to Wade. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, of course we would all want to see the win, and Carter Hart just make that one last desperate save for the win, basically. But it just looked like towards the end there, he just was being gassed. Saw a lot of people bashing, why Zach McEwen out there in the last few minutes.
That's why.
And I was like, well, in that last melee right there, I counted. I don't know if it's on the stat sheets, but for me watching video, he did at least 3 block shots, not counting the one with his stick broke. So I'm like, he's sacrificing everything. You're not going to see TK out there doing that. You're not going to see, I mean, maybe Kevin Hayes, but you're not going to see Joel Farabee doing that. So.
Nobody talk shit on my boy. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, I still think, like I've said it all last year, I put him up on the second line.
Yep.
Show some of these fucking guys that are supposed to be the goal scorers that you put in work, you get paid. You get more minutes. So
big fan of Zach McEwen. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Rachel, what do you got for this one? This loss.
I'm so frustrated with Carter Hart. I can't stand that he keeps like blowing the most important saves that we need just to get a W. All these OT losses are really frustrating. And they started out like promising. I actually had a little hope until, the second. But it just sucked, dude. And I was really frustrated personally when Lawton fell like right on his head and they just kept like the game going. That really pissed me off a lot, especially since he's had past concussions. But it is what it is.
It wouldn't be the same if they didn't do that. Why would they do that with the Flyers?
Yeah.
Right.
They don't care.
If that was Nick Suzuki, that whistle would have fucking went immediately.
Or Cole Caulfield, that whistle would have got blown in a heartbeat. Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another game where Carter Hart in Boston played his ass off, and then last night can't make the save when you need it. It's just that's my biggest thing with him. It's the inconsistency, and it's just very frustrating as we move forward with this season and hopefully down the line with him.
I'll read off the box score here. So Sanheim scores, assisted by Lawton and McEwen. Owen Tippett scores.
Who scored that first goal?
Travis Sanheim.
Who the hell was that? Oh, the guy that just signed the extension. All right, finally got that first goal. Thank you.
Owen Tippett.
Before you keep listening, does Provorov even have a goal this year? I don't think he does.
That's fine. I think he might have one, but I've actually been happy at he's actually been playing better than last year, Provorov, which really isn't a high bar, but at least he's like out there doing something this year.
He's doing better than he did last year.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Box score.
Now you're good. So Owen Tippett scores, assisted by Sanheim and Farabee. Then we got Owen Tippett unassisted. And then you got Kevin Hayes, assisted by Nick Steeler and Zach McEwen. Let's complain about him a little bit more. It just proves how stupid the fan base is. Like it just literally proves how dumb they are. Like, hey, let's get rid of him. He's just getting assists and scoring. Like, I don't know if anyone saw a little bangle he had the other night. I think it was against them. He came out of nowhere.
He did a little too much for his hands.
I liked it though.
I liked it. It's just
watch it now. But yeah, so we can move on to this coming week's games. And
I was gonna say before you move on, you're the only one that I know of that turned down a Connor McDavid draft trade for Zach McEwen.
Dude, I'm not. You're not getting. I don't care. If Yandel was still in the league, I would have got him. If I would have went first, and I would have got him first pick.
Technically, you still could pick up Keith Yandel. He's in the free agent pool.
Well, now with my team, I think I could spare some
along
money.
with Xander Chara.
I don't want the fucking. He looks like Chuck Norris under the giraffe.
I got one more thing, Jesse. By the way, because I texted you this right away. So I'm in the game in Boston the other night. Go and I get myself a bucket of popcorn because I'm 10. And I'm walking along the concourse. I sat lower bowl, so whatever. So I'm going, and who walks by me? Legitimately, pretty much skims my shoulder is Chuck Fletcher himself. I just thought that was kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't he be up on the 9th floor in the press box? And what is he doing in Boston? Maybe just looking at some potential things, I guess. But I thought it was very weird that he was walking around the concourse the other night.
Maybe he's going to be the next GM of Boston.
That would be great.
Fan.
It would be great.
He's just there as a fan. You're fueling their fire now. Someone else here says, "Oh, why was Chuck Fletcher not up in the press box?"
Just saying. I just thought it was weird he was there.
He might have got lost.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have even been there, right?
Might have pulled a Biden and just got lost.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this week's games. All right, Gritty Look Ahead is brought to you by Righteous Felon. You okay? What are you doing? No. Righteous Felon Jerky. Go to www.righteousfelon.com. Use promo code OCSN for 15% off your jerky contraband. I got some upstairs. I'm giving it to the old man. The what was it? The Carolina Reaper. That stuff is so good, but goddamn, does it burn like crazy? Burns way too much. Look, I'm ripping through it.
He's gonna be like, "Your papa didn't raise no bitch," and just eat it with a smile.
He loves hot stuff. I'm hoping this one puts him down.
It won't.
It won't. I know it won't. Can we get that off your face? Like,
I was trying to hide behind.
there you go. Well, maybe we should put it back up. Yeah. So we
Make it
got yeah, we got the Flyers versus Flames. One tomorrow at 7 p.m. Win or loss? Go around the horn and see. Rachel, what do you think?
Loss.
Good. It's a good assumption. Anthony,
A horrible loss.
it's gonna be bad. Wayde,
Overtime loss. We got that great 1 point.
Oh, that's gonna fuck us in the end.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with a win. No, the yeah, I'm gonna go to win. They're I don't know how they're doing this year, but their goalie's too good. But I think we're gonna get it. It's gonna be a close game. One goal game. That's how we're gonna do it. They're gonna lose, but I gotta be hopeful. So then we got the Flyers versus the Capitals. Now let me tell you right now, I'm gonna say right now, we win against the Capitals. The Capitals are like literally falling apart at this point. Rachel, what do you think?
I actually have a win for that too, but I think it's only going to be by 1 point.
Anthony, what do you got?
I have a overtime loss against the Capitals. Nick Aube-Kubel, 2 goals in that game, including the OT winner.
See that hit he had on that guy the other day?
Yeah.
Totally legal. I say it's a good hit. Just saying. They need more of that. Wait, what do you got?
I could see us beating the Capitals. I mean, Darcy Kemper isn't playing up to snuff. I mean, I know because I got him in my fantasy. So, and their defense has injuries up and down it. Same with their offense is, holy at best. So,
Yeah.
I think we can squeak one out. As long as
All
they
right.
just lock down Ovi. That's all they got to do.
So then we got the Black Friday game. Wade's going to be in the press box, making his debut. Flyers versus Pens. Rachel, what do you got? We're all gonna be here. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna watch the game. Who knows? What you got?
I think a loss in OT.
Jesus Christ, you can't even lie about it. Anthony, what do you got?
You already know what I'm going to say. Jeff Carter scores 2. Penguins cruise.
Wade.
Man, we're going to win. We're going to beat the brakes off them. They're having a shitty year like we are. So, Delorier's going to get the collar taken off of him early.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Who's he? Who the hell do they have?
Doesn't matter. Just grab somebody and just tee off.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a win here too. They're not But like me and Anthony, we were texting earlier, and I said, yeah, that teams like to make their turnaround and then go for the cup on us. So I mean, there's potential for that. It's not like they suck. I mean, they're an older team, but I think
don't give the Habs fans any luck, any hope.
Nah,
They suck just like us.
Well, there's so many teams. There's so many teams right now that are like that, though. Like, you know, I mean, look at the Coyotes are trying to make a scratch and clawing their way to something. But yeah, I think we're gonna win this one. I'm hoping for an absolute like barn burner, but I don't know if we'll get that, but that'd be nice. And then we got the Islanders on Saturday. Oh, they got back to back. Oh no. Islanders on Saturday at 7:30. What do you think, Rach?
Loss.
Okay. Jesus, Anthony.
Has Matthew Barzal scored yet this season?
I don't think so.
He gets his first goal on Saturday against the Flyers, but the Flyers win in overtime.
It's going to be against Sandstrom, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be. Yeah, it'll definitely be against Sandstrom.
But I think they somehow scratch one out against the Isles.
The board.
They got that Ross Johnston dude on that team though.
Yeah.
So you could there's definitely gonna be some, fisticuffs. Wade, what do you think? Did you already go?
I could see us winning.
Yeah.
Be the first back-to-back win in I don't know how long. So
It's very true. Yeah, so it could go back and forth this week. Who knows? I mean, Calgary is the big one, really, that I'm worried about. But in reality, we could pull off, one loss against them and then 3 wins. I mean, so hopefully that's the way it goes. Hope you guys got this. We're getting the beauty of the week. Flyers Alley's Beauty of the Week's brought to you by Yosemite Creek Brewing, Sterling Pig Brewing, and I guess we're still doing Buffalo Bayou. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I gotta talk to the guy down there. Wade is nowhere to be found. There we go. There you go. So we'll go around the horn. Rachel, who's your Beauty of the Week? You can pick one, or you can pick 3. Up to you.
Yeah, I got 3. We got Tippett, TK before he got injured, and Hayes.
Here's a good one. Anthony, what do you got?
I'll go with 2 of them. Number 2 will be Noah Cates for that nice goal the other night. And number 1 is going to be Owen Tippett, finally starting to string along some consecutive games with goals, which is nice to see. And Jesse, man, we've talked about it. Hockey's a game of inches. How many times did he hit a post and it went out last year? So far this week, they're hitting the post and going in. If he can keep doing that, 25 to 30 goals in the future, not saying this season for Tippett, but it's nice to see him breaking out.
Yeah, he's starting to grow on me. I wasn't a fan of him, but he starting to solidify. He's got big shoes to fill though because of the trade that was, it was Claude Giroux. But Wade, what do you got?
I'm gonna got 3. Sitting at number 3 is Zach McEwen. Got a couple A's, some big hits, block shots. Number 2 is gonna be Owen Tippett. Got to put a ginger up there on the pedestal somewhere. And, of course, Nick Deloria is a top guy. Banging bodies and banging faces.
Yeah, I get it. My number 1's Nick Deloria. Has to be. Just for the fact that everybody was given that Arbor Jakai kid. He's a rookie, You gotta welcome him into the league. So, Philly City Top Titties next, so we'll get into that. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Definitely TK is definitely getting good. I mean, he's definitely being noticeable and nice and doing what I don't know what's going on with him though. He's not. He's. It must be Tortorella actually is unleashing him because he wasn't like this last year. And I'm liking his play. I want more out of Noah Cates. I know it's his first season, but I mean. I don't know. There's a couple guys that I think that are on the list of you need more from. But yeah, it's definitely Nick Deloria. Then yeah, I'm not giving it to anybody else. Nick Deloria. He's just an absolute monster. But something's going on with that mic, dude. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, and the Philly City Top Titty. Philly City Top City is brought to you by Old City Sports Network. Go to www.oldcitysports. Whatever you just did stopped it.
I just changed it back and forth, and
Well, now it's back. Whatever you did, it's gone. Now it's back. Yeah, go to www.oldcitysports.com. Go check out all our stuff. Our articles. We got merch up there. We got all kinds of stuff, so go check that out. We're going to start off with Rachel's top titty.
That was a good chance for Alexi Lafreniere. Tippett's pass, he's got it back, he scores! Owen Tippett! The puck came right back to him after it was blocked, and he puts it by Shesterkin, and the Flyers have an early 2-0 lead.
And it kind of deflects off his leg, and that allows the Flyers to pick it up, and Tippett, boy, what a shot that was.
Yeah, so I mean, come on. That's pretty sick. But that's what you were talking about, right?
No, but I want to take it.
Oh, that's not the one?
No.
What was the one?
Who was it? It was, I don't remember which player it was. I texted you, so I had to go back in there. But they got knocked down and made the pass like on the ground on the ice, and I thought it was pretty
last night
badass. Yeah.
it was Owen Tippett, I think, making the play.
Well, that one's good too.
I'll take it.
I did a lot of stuff while I was inebriated last night. It's actually interesting. I set up this whole broadcast. Very interesting.
You were,
Was that?
you were struggling.
I'm all right now. All right, let's get into Wayde's. Hopefully, this is the right one.
Of course, you guys give up the first goal. Just thoughts on your team's start here so far in the first 15-plus minutes.
We suck. We haven't forechecked. We haven't done anything as of right now.
What do you want to see differently?
Forecheck.
Thank you.
Okay.
As he's taking the headset off, his glasses get caught, and he just takes it and just throws it on the ground.
You know, you can really hear the anger in his voice in that clip is when he goes, as of right now. Like, you could hear his teeth gritting. Like, he is so pissed off at that moment.
I felt like that was him saving himself. Like, for not that he cares. I mean, not that he cares. But just like, as of right now. But he really was saying, like, we suck. Just flat out, like, this sucks.
Yep.
I love that. I mean, he's here. That's all there is to it. Let's now, Anthony, yours doesn't have sound for some reason, but
That's all.
You want to live?
Let Anthony make the sound effects for it.
Okay. There it is. There it is. I played it a couple times.
Oh, that was the wraparound, yeah.
Yeah. So for the people listening, it was the wraparound save by Carter Hart the other night in Boston. Jesse, I told you why I picked it. I just thought the one time he was consistent for a game, the first period and a half, I thought he battled his ass off. And it was good to see him, making a save with that. He had to go across the crease and do that. Sometimes I think he gets a little lazy, and it goes back to the point where they need a serious backup goalie that can give him nights off. We'll talk more about Carter Hart this season, but I was glad to see the other night. He kind of stepped up against a legitimate team and played hard. Unfortunately, nobody could really help him scoring-wise, but then he shits the bed in Columbus and last night. So for the 5 minutes, I was glad to see him play hard.
Yeah, it was a good one. I mean, he saved that one. But, yeah.
That was a pretty tough one too.
Yeah.
He was definitely like almost beat. If it wasn't for that post, it just barely got the puck. So.
Well, I think he's just trying to do.
Help too.
That was a part of the goal for Nosek, the first goal in that Boston game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to play hero where he's trying to do more than what he's supposed to. He gets committed way out of the crease. Now the net's open, and nobody's coming back, playing team layer defense, and bang, they got an empty net. So I thought it was a good battle back later on in that game.
Speaking of battles, my top titty.
Sedlak, good play by Sedlak to put himself back on side and keep the play alive.
Now it's Brown with it, throws it in front for Sedlak, tipped away. Arbor Jacki knocks down Brown, clubs come off of Delorier, and it's going to be Arbor Jacki, Nicholas Delorier. And these are two tough customers here. Delorier spending 2 seasons with the Canadians. And he lands one, and they both go down. Delorier was tied for the most fights in the NHL with 5 coming into the game tonight. That's number 6.
I love that. Get out of there. I'm like okay with the non-compete at this point, the no trade clause, like no movement clause for Delorier. Like I'm okay with it because I mean the dude. I mean, I won't say specialist because Wade hates when I say power play specialist anymore. Good on the power play. He bangs bodies. He fights. I mean, what could you? I know Ducks and Pucks over in Anaheim, and even what was it? Dan Bradley up in Ohio covering Minnesota. They definitely want him back, and it's literally a weekly thing. Because I mean, if you think about the Ducks, they have no one to help them. If someone wants to beat the shit out of their whole team, there's no one to stop them. And I mean, Minnesota's got. Don't they still have Foligno up there, Anthony?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Because Chuck Fletcher wouldn't get off his ass and get him.
They also have Dumba. He could throw the mitts.
No, he can't. He literally
For a little guy, he could throw.
I forget. I go down the rabbit hole of the hockey fights every week. I saw him he's like Curtis Gabriel. He literally never wins a fight. Like, especially Curtis Gabriel with that weird thing he does. Like, I don't even understand that guy. That guy sucks.
It doesn't matter. He's not an NHL player anymore.
I love when John Scott just ripped him a new asshole, dude. Love that. Yeah. So. Let's get into the wood. What was it? The woodshed? Woodshed. Woodshed is brought to you by Lugaroo.co. Go to www.lugaroo.co. Email Colin with a quote. He'll give you best price on your stuff. So my first thing is this topic. The Morgan Frost idea isn't working, and it's really not. He
looked good last night. That was it.
It wasn't good enough. But he's so inconsistent, like all the time. It's just he's not
give
this
him the
guy.
Montreal.
Yeah, he's just not this guy. He's not the guy that everybody thinks he is.
I think he'd do good in Montreal because like Montreal's like basically built on speed and tiny guys, except for Kirby Dack, obviously. But
yeah,
I think he would probably be pretty decent up there, third fucking line winger. Yeah, just take the fire away.
No, I'm starting to think that noise is me, but it's not. It's getting louder and louder. I don't even understand what it is. We got a comment here. Let's see. Jason Voorhees checks in. Morgan Frost needs to go. I agree, 100%. There it goes. But every time someone talks,
Better or worse?
I would say it's better, but every time someone talks, it comes back. There you go. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Go first.
I think you should send him to Florida to Tampa for Moose. Get Moose back.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Anthony, what do you got on Morgan Frost?
I'm done watching him. I mean, he's a 4A player. He's too good for the AHL, not good enough for the NHL. He's a perfect player for the KHL. I'm just sick and tired of watching him. And for the love of God, grow a better mustache. It's terrible.
Maybe she gets some Nord's Beard fucking grooming kit up on there.
No. Stay away from the sponsor. Jason Voorhees says he's had plenty of time to get better, and he has though. And it's like, you know, I think you do kind of see that they're getting tired of him because they signed him to lower than everybody else. His contract is low as hell.
Well, he's also injury prone. Every year that he was up, there's at least Yeah, I think all the last 3 seasons that we've tried to bring him up, he's gotten hurt at least multiple times during the year. Last year, I think being the worst.
I mean, Jesus, you saw more potential out of Nolan Patrick in 2 years than anything out of Frost.
Yeah. My problem is that I don't know who it is or who makes these decisions on what people are supposed to do or what kind of player they're supposed to be. But yeah, he's not. I mean, I'm just not impressed, and I haven't been impressed since day one. I just don't have time for Morgan Frost anymore. I think I said it last week. Shoot his ass into the sun. Just, goodbye. I just don't like it. Anybody else got anything on Morgan Frost?
Rachel, you want to rip on them? You're just gonna let us 3 do
it? You guys are saying everything. I mean, he sucks. I'm not a fan. He's got to go.
You a fan of his mustache?
I do think he's
not at all.
The mustache is the best thing about him. Even Anthony doesn't like it, but I mean, yeah, he's got to go. He's probably on the list. So we'll move on to this one because this is the one I've been waiting for. Carter Hart is useless in shootouts. You got to make that save, dude. I mean, he's letting it, the first couple ones he lets in, I get it. They're soft goals, but maybe the defense wasn't backing them up. And now you got them saying that they're leaving him out to dry or whatever it is. He's just not. I mean, maybe what Anthony said, they got to get a legitimate backup to maybe take some stress off him. But like at this point, man, like you got to make these saves because it's coming down to him. Last night came down to him, and he legit just. It is what it is. But he's got to start making some saves here. Anthony, I know you waiting. Got anything on Carter Hart?
Yeah, it's just be more consistent. I mean, this guy, granted, he had a great junior career, struggled a little bit in the minors. When he came up, we all know what he did. It's like, dude, you're 20, was he 23, 24? So we shouldn't be this exhausted if that is the case. And yeah, he's got to be more consistent. I know it's tough. They're not a good team whatsoever. You're not going to get a lot of scoring help every single night with this non-scoring Flyers team. But when they're putting up 4 goals, I mean, come on. You got to win a majority of those games. And they put up 4 goals twice this week, and he lost both of those games.
Yep. Yeah, that he did. But hopefully he'll get a bounce back. But right now it's just, you got to pick it up. Whatever it is, the problem might be getting another backup goalie because, I mean, the team just doesn't respond well to Felix Sandstrom. That's all there is. So, I mean, you got to figure that out. I know Sam Urson is doing good in Lehigh now. So, I mean, you got to make the switch at some point. So, yeah, this is another one that I think is very interesting is what the hell is going on with Cam Atkinson? Now he skated with the team in Columbus. Crazy because someone said that he was back in Columbus. I don't know.
I know. Who was that guy?
I don't know. I'm starting off strong this year.
I legitimately wrote it down too. He only skates with the team when they're in Columbus. Why? I wonder why. Maybe the medical. I don't know. Something's going on.
I appreciate when I tag him and things. He likes it on Twitter. I appreciate that guy. But I would appreciate you to come back to the team and start scoring some goals, bro. I don't know
Why don't you tag it that?
I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm actively trying to get Jay Roselle. So, I mean, I got to pick one or the other. I don't know what's going on. A good source is the fantasy hockey. I mean, if you go on to that ESPN fantasy app, it'll actually tells you what's going on with him updated like every day. And he's just out. There's nothing. There's no updates in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, no one knows what's going on. I think I have an idea, and I've said it before on the show. I'm not going to say it again. But he's in Columbus. I have a Columbus insider. up there, TJ Nokar. We had him on one of our shows last year, and he's on the hunt. So he's going to try to find out something. He's deep in their organization, so we'll find something out. That's all we have for the woodshed. I want to get into something here. We only got a couple more things. We have mailbag now. Getting some messages for some people. So we got Brandon Paulus, obviously our boy, on the loss versus Columbus. We fucking suck against garage teams. Frost needs to get the fuck out. Hayes got to stop being fancy with the puck. This is all bold letters. I literally copy pasted. Brandon was pissed. Hayes got to stop being fancy with the puck. And
Oh
for
my God, yes.
the love of fucking Christ, Hart, stop letting in those silly, dumb goals. Most of all, fucking go tell Chuck Fletcher to pound fucking sand. Yeah, I don't think, okay.
That was excellent.
Brandon Paul is 24. So yeah, and then I got our guy TJ Nokar from Columbus Blue Jackets organization. They shouldn't be losing to, and this is a guy from Columbus. They shouldn't be losing to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Nobody should. We've got players dropping to the IR like crazy and basically going to the roster half of our AHL team. The Flyers should be ashamed.
Yep.
What's that?
We all are.
Another guy, Jim Pachowski. Right? Okay, you weirdo. You got mom shoes on? That's cool. Jim Petrosky says too much gliding. Lucas Dickinson says they're relying too much on Carter Hart to be the difference maker. As good as he is, Hart can only do so much when the rest of the team doesn't seem to be there to back him up most of the time. Larry Bowers, we got a lot here. Just saying. Larry Bowers, can you please stop that? Are you serious? Like what? You got tap shoes on? Okay, for the love of God. If you lose, then mom's going to go nuts. Larry Bowers says, average defense, edgy goaltending, bad habit of playing to the level of their competition, which has been a problem for years, and bad management, in my honest opinion, fans since 1972. Iggy Rich, first, they should have fired Chuck Fletcher before the beginning of the season, and they're missing a lot free agency for good players, and all the players need to work on teamwork as well and help their goalies in. This is really broken up English. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I know they can still do it. Go Flyers, go. Still, I'm not counting them out yet. A lot of games left. How many more of these are? Jesus Christ. Greg Montour. It's a long season. Teams have their ups and downs. This team isn't going to be dominant every game and sometimes not every period. But when you're missing players like Coots, Atkinson, and now Allison, it's going to hurt. They had a decent start to the season, and now they're going through a rough spell. I'm frustrated too, but I don't let what I can't control get to me. Go Flyers.
Do you want to save some of this mailbag, or do you want to just dump it all out right here?
I think I'm going to stop. We're done here. It's just exciting because we even had. Yeah, I've always been trying to do the mailbag, and now all of a sudden, all this stuff's. You know what helps is the fact that I can @ everybody in our group on Facebook now. That's a good key. But yeah, so we can move on to the hockey history of Philadelphia. Let me find the bad boy. Here we go. Anthony, I don't think you've been here for this one yet.
Not yet. We've talked about it though.
Yeah. So this day, back in the day, Ron Hextall breaks Bernie Perrant's record for most wins by a Flyer with his 233rd victory. What's with the crooked finger?
Could not care less. I'm not giving that fucker any credit. It's because of him the Flyers are where they are.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna overlap the only goaltender with Stanley Cups for that guy who's ruined this franchise. Now I'm pissed.
We did
Yeah,
not.
my finger.
We did not.
Okay.
Yeah, what's with that fucking finger, dude? I mean,
It's like,
thing is
Ooh.
gnarly.
See that?
Yeah. You're pointing at Wade? Like, I don't know. Well, that happened, so I don't really know. I don't really know what to
No, I
say
just-
about that. Yeah, that's okay. Let me see. Yeah, so let's get into Phantom Scope, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. All right, Fam Scopes brought to you by Row One Brand. Go to www.row1brand.com and use promo code OCSN15 to save 15% on artwork on site wide. It's pretty cool. I'm ordering some stuff for my dad for Christmas. Work out pretty well. So Phantom updates. This looks great. I haven't read this yet. This already starts off well. We have 5 injuries. Your boy down there, Anthony Troy Grossnick, gone. Boston
Let's
guy.
go, Goose.
Adam Karashik, Adam Brooks, Oli Lixell, and Hayden Hodgson. Tanner Lazinski was sent down. Okay. Pat Nagel was recalled. Noel Meyer was sent to Reading. Artem Anisimov was signed to PTO. I don't know what's going on with that. He's gonna come up.
Yes.
He's gonna come up. You know that, right? That's crazy.
he at least isn't afraid to shoot the fucking puck
Or the goalie.
or the goalie.
The Phantoms won both games against Providence Bruins Friday night. You're welcome. Friday night, Isaac Radcliffe scored his first 2 goals of the season. Tyson Forrester with his 3rd, and Elliot Denoyer with his 5th. Saturday, Tanner Lazinski scored his first goal of the season, along with Jackson Cates scoring his 3rd. Saturday's game led to a shootout, and Lazinski took the game-winning shootout goal for Lehigh. With that win, this puts Lehigh on a 5-game winning streak and moves them up to 2 spots in the standings into 6th place. Lehigh plays Springfield at 3:05 p.m. They're at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Friday at 7 p.m. and Rochester at home on Saturday at 7 p.m. So yeah, we'll get into the final thought and get the hell out of here. Guys, any final thoughts? Anything?
I got one. How come we were told on the Bruin side of things, Charlie McAvoy, Brad Marchand, both had to get some big surgeries. Marchand, the double hip surgery. I think McAvoy with his shoulder. We were told at least they were going to be out through Thanksgiving. You know, maybe before Christmas they'll both come back. Both guys came back in the middle of November. Meanwhile, Flyers cannot keep any freaking person healthy. What are we doing with the Philadelphia medical staff? Obviously, it's working in Boston, their medical staff. The Flyers medical staff, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but screw it on straight. Just quote John Tortorella.
Should have had that in the fucking woodshed.
Yeah, what the hell? Where were you at?
Just saying. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. Wade, what do you got?
I got nobody congratulated Patrick Brown for coming back from injury last night.
That's my boy too.
And then he gets ran into the fucking boards. Then he gets beat the fuck up. And also just found out today that Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, died.
Green Power Ranger.
He's dead.
He's dead?
Rip.
Yes.
How you die?
Hanging.
How are you going to leave us with that with the final thought, Wade?
Final thought.
Good thing you're not the last person to go.
God.
I was a big Power Ranger fan back in the day.
Especially green.
Yo, watch where you're throwing stuff, dude. Rachel, you top that one?
I don't know. What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry?
What did you do?
58.
All right.
That's mom joke.
That was a good one. My final thought is everybody go to www.canadidips.com. Use promo code OCSN in all caps. I just put a fresh wintergreen lip boomer. It is my favorite one now.
Lippies.
Huh?
Lippies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Happy
With
birthday,
that being
Jesse.
said, yeah, my birthday. Anyway, everybody have a good Thanksgiving. I don't think are we going to be here next Sunday? I don't know. We'll find out. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving, good week. We'll talk to you guys later.